Hello everyone, it's springtime in my house, which means, oh, I'm a dork. It's springtime everywhere, but in my house, that means it's time for planning curriculum. We're taking a look at all the curriculum that we use this year, deciding what to keep, what to toss. This year, my girls were in 4th and 6th grade. Next year, they will be going into 5th and 7th grades. So yes, we will be making some changes. Tag along with me. Let's go check out the schoolroom and see what we've got. Okay everyone, welcome to my schoolroom slash office space slash dining room. Most of you probably understand the multi-purpose spaces that we have for homeschooling. So before we get started looking at curriculum, I just wanted to show you my adorable mug. Is this not the cutest thing ever? Found it at the store the other day, could not leave it. I am going to briefly go over the curriculum that we used this year that we will be keeping. First, what I have for you is History of Us. We're on book 3. There's 11 books in this series. This is not a curriculum. This is a resource, but it is an amazing resource. We will be using this again next year. It goes over history of the United States. Next, we have Curiosity Chronicles, Snapshots of Ancient History. We completed this one and we will be moving on to medieval history. But we will be using Curiosity Chronicles again next year for our history. Our third thing that we have is just something I put together because sometimes I get the itch to put things together without a curriculum, and so that's what I did. It's actually taken us quite a while to do this. We used a YouTube resource where they learned about each state individually, about their state bird, their state flag, and they had to draw the state. So they had a page for each state. We've got Iowa, Des Moines. They had to write some facts about the state and then draw the flag of the state. So we finished that a little while back, and now the girls are working on memorizing the states and the capitals. You'll notice I have not 1, not 2, but 3 history / social studies curriculums. My children have pointed that out to me a few times, that we're not just double but triple dipping in the history department, and I think that's okay. We don't spend a lot of time on history. We do states every day for about 10 minutes. We do History of Us every day for about 10 minutes, and Curiosity Chronicles we do about once a week for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on how long they drag the lesson out. It doesn't really need to be more than 30 minutes, but sometimes they just feel like going slow, so that's what we do. For language arts this year, we used Lightning Literature. I have the teacher's guide right here. I have the binder that I put together. If you do Lightning Literature, it actually comes with a teacher's guide that's in a book, paperback like this, and a student guide that's in paperback like this. I took out the pages from the student guide. They are perforated so you can tear them out. And I put them into a binder. So the girls had tabs for each book that we went through. You can see right here the list of books. I will give a more complete review of Lightning Literature later, but just putting it in these binders allowed me to have them put together not only what they were working on and the grammar portion, but it comes with composition. So I could put the composition with their work for Lightning Literature. We will be continuing with Lightning Literature for the bookworm, but she will be moving to the 7th grade level. The girls both did grade 5 together this year, and next year they are ready to divide and conquer. I noticed Bean Bean needed a little more time working on composition, And so I found a new curriculum for her for next year, and then I'm hoping to return to Lightning Literature the following year at the 6th grade level. One of my favorite things about Lightning Literature is that it is literature-based. These are all the books that we went through just for this curriculum this year. We're big readers in our house, so we like anything that involves getting to read some more books. Next, I have Handwriting Without Tears. The girls actually did more than one. The first book they did, I combined with their foreign language, which they are learning through Rosetta Stone, and the bookworm chose French, Bean Bean chose Spanish. I was able to get Handwriting Without Tears in French and Spanish to reinforce that foreign language. They worked through these books really fast. They did their foreign language, Handwriting Without Tears, and then they did their standard English, and they finished all of the above, and we probably won't be adding another handwriting curriculum because we're getting to the end of the year. Spring break is this week, and then we just have a couple months before we wrap up the year. So those are all the curriculums that we use that we will be keeping or getting the next level of and keeping with that program. I have a few curriculums that we used that we will not be keeping. It's not really a curriculum, more of a resource. It's Big Life Journal. I got it for the girls at 2 different levels, and I was really excited about Big Life Journal. I thought it would be fun. I had my kids partner up, so there were 2 of them working together. I had Don Diego partnered with Bean Bean, and Skippy partnered with the bookworm so that they could do it as a buddy system. It just didn't have the desired effect. They didn't seem particularly interested in doing it. So it just seemed more like busy work for them. So while I think it is a great program, we won't continue with it next year because it didn't work for my kids. Our next one, we've been using this curriculum for a couple years now. This is Math Mammoth. I've got book A and book B of 5th grade. The girls started out in the 4th grade Math Mammoth this year, and then we're just skimming through the 5th grade Math Mammoth. I'll do a complete review of this curriculum later, but it just wasn't what I wanted the girls to continue with. Bean Bean in particular catches on to math really quickly. So you'll notice she's 9, meaning she's 3rd grade age. She's 4th grade academically in general, but she's in 5th grade math. What I did not like about it was she doesn't like it. She's getting to the point where she says she does not like math because she felt that it was boring. And so I as a parent really like Math Mammoth. I think it challenges them. I think it covers all the material, which is great. But next year we will be switching to Beast Academy for Bean Bean and the Art of Problem Solving, which is actually connected with Beast Academy for the bookworm. We're going to separate them because they were both doing 5th grade math. And again, they are starting to work at different levels. And so we're going to be moving to the pre-algebra in the Art of Problem Solving for the bookworm. And we will be moving to Beast Academy for Bean Bean. I don't have those materials yet, so I can't show them to you, but I would encourage that you check them out. I'm excited about them, and when I get the materials, I will be sure to show them to you. I probably won't give you a full review until we've had a chance to use them for a while, but it will be coming. We also have been using The Good and the Beautiful for science. One thing I really like about this program is that it comes in unit studies. So it's like a 3-month unit study for each area. This year, the girls did meteorology. Actually, that was last year. Meteorology, space science, kingdoms and classifications, mammals, and now we've moved on to beginning chemistry. I love how this program is put together. It's colorful. It's just like it says, it's beautiful. It's beautiful work. The problem that I have with it is that it is not secular. not even a little bit. So if you're looking for a Christian-based science curriculum, I do strongly recommend that you check this out. It was recommended to me because it was such a fun, interactive, and just well laid out curriculum. I decided to give it a try in order to have a good science to use, because I was having a hard time finding a good science that the kids were interested in. But I think I finally decided that I'm going to have a different approach to science, because I just don't like having to edit out the religious content as I'm doing my science lessons. So that curriculum is no longer working for us. Give me half a second and I'll show you some of the new curriculum we have for next year. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the curriculum I will be putting in place of other curriculum that we're no longer using. As I mentioned, instead of using Lightning Literature for Bean Bean, she needed to focus more on composition. And so after a great deal of research, time on the internet, on YouTube, I found a program that I'm excited to get started. It's called WriteShop Junior. It seems like it's a very hands-on, it's very composition intensive. It doesn't have the literature basis that Lightning Literature had. But as I mentioned earlier, we're big readers in our family. We read books as a family in the evening. The girls read books before bed every night. Reading is not something we lack at our house, so I'm not worried about it. I will be having the girls choose some nonfiction books for next year intentionally, and I will be creating a reading list so that I can keep better track of what they're reading and just to be able to look back and show how many books they've read. And so I'm going to focus on this WriteShop Junior. It does have a little bit of a grammar portion to it. So if you open this up, it creates some fold and go grammar packs. I'll do a more detailed review on it after we've had a chance to get into it, so I can really review it from a I've used this standpoint rather than out of the package standpoint, because you know how it goes. Sometimes something looks fabulous and then you start using it and maybe it doesn't work like you thought. So there will be more on this later. For the bookworm, we're sticking with Lightning Literature, but we're jumping to grade 7, which is structured a little bit differently. And it comes with 3 different books. We've got the Teacher's Guide. Oh, that light. We've got the Teacher's Guide. We've got the workbook for students. And then it also comes with a separate student guide. This is a reading intensive program. The bookworm is, gosh, she's 11 right now, which is 5th grade age. She's 6th grade. She'll be starting 7th grade next year, but her reading level is closer to 10th, 11th grade. And so I have no problem bumping her up a little bit. Here are some of the books that are included with the 7th grade. Actually, I think these are all of the books that are included with the 7th grade Lightning Literature that she will be reading next year. The one that I've had the most challenge finding is science. I am still openly on the hunt for potential science curriculums and materials to use. As of right now, I'm planning to just piecemeal. I found these books, which I'm really excited to use. If you remember me showing you the history of us, it was written by Joy Hakim. If somebody knows how to say that right, please tell me, because I think I'm saying it wrong. She also wrote The Story of Science. It's a 3-book series. These books are significantly bigger than the History of Us books, but there's only 3 of them. And so I'm going to start looking into this. This is not a curriculum. This is a science resource, but sometimes that's all you need. We're going to be using that in combination with Crash Course on YouTube. They have a Crash Course Kids. They have a regular Crash Course. We already use Crash Course. We did Human Anatomy and Physiology earlier this year, and we'll start using that to support our science. So I do not have an official curriculum for next year's science, and that, my friends, is one of the beautiful things about homeschooling. I don't have to have a specific curriculum if I don't want one. So we're going to work with these different resources that we know we love, and hopefully put together some science that the girls really enjoy that is secular. I'm looking into the Mel's science kits for next year so they can get some hands-on experience. They currently do Kiwi crates. If you haven't seen those, I would check those out. It's great for covering physics concepts and even sometimes just art and fun, and they don't even think about the fact they're learning. They just really like getting those crates. Next time we get some crates in, I'll give you a full review on those crates. I think that about covers what we're doing. We have a few online things that we throw in there, some math games, some typing, all free. We're going to use Spelling Classroom to reinforce our spelling and our vocabulary next year. They do have a free option, but I will be buying the program, I guess. That's about it. That wraps it up. I hope some of that information was useful. I hope you saw some things that you like, or maybe got some ideas to help guide you for what you might be looking for. If you have any questions about the curriculum that we used or the curriculum that we will be using, be sure to give me a comment there in the comment box and I will get back to you on that. If you found this video helpful, then make sure to like and subscribe so that you can catch us on our next video. Everyone, have a great day.